Hello and welcome to the July edition of Positive Stories. This month had many positives, from a 5-year-old fundraising for a cause, two non-profits doing great service to humankind, a veteran having a change of heart, to an Indian architect coming up with a revolutionary ecological solution. So here are the top 5 positive news stories of July 2020. Before we begin, please show us some love by liking our video, subscribing to our channel and hitting the bell icon to receive notifications for upcoming positive listicle videos. Number 5. The search engine that plants trees with every search has just planted its 100 millionth tree. For 11 years, the search engine Ecosia has used most of the revenue from advertising on its website and app towards planting trees. And this month they planted their 100 millionth tree. Ecosia was founded by Christian Kroll as a German non-profit, and it became the first B corporation in that country because it was established for social good. Ecosia often targets countries that are the most biodiverse, where tree loss directly corresponds with species loss. In 2018, for example, they created a tree nursery for 200,000 trees in Madagascar to help create a forest corridor leading from an isolated habitat to the ocean. Following the devastating fires in the Amazon, the number of people who had installed the Ecosia app doubled, allowing them to fund a 3 million tree planting project in Brazil. Just last year, they celebrated their 50 million tree milestone, having now doubled it in just 1 year's time. 100 million trees means habitats for endangered animals. It means healthy rivers, more biodiversity, and fertile soil, and more fruits, nuts, and oils for local communities. Ecosia is a dream company for any environmentalist. Besides planting over 100 million trees, they have built their own solar power station to energize 200% of all the power required to run their servers. They have also committed to never selling the company so that no one will ever become rich from their efforts except Mother Earth. Number 4. Brides across America begin donating wedding gowns to support the marriages of frontline healthcare workers. A non-profit in the United States has begun donating bridal gowns to frontline healthcare workers who need a little help with their wedding plans. Brides across America usually donates gowns to military couples or first responders. But since the country's medical professionals are now risking their lives every day in the fight against the coronavirus, they've shown they more than qualify as heroes in their own right. So far, the group has given wedding dresses to more than 150 healthcare workers on the front lines of the pandemic. The non-profit is busy, and with just 7 people, it is doing all it can to help up with the demand. Nicole Harris, one of the recipients, is a registered nurse at South Shore Hospital in Weymouth. She has been working with COVID-19 patients since March. Harris attended an event with brides across America to choose her wedding dress. While other brides-to-be excitedly plan their dream weddings, Harris has spent long hours in hospital rooms caring for patients and doing her best not to contract the virus herself. It has left her with little time to prepare for the big day in August. Since its founding in 2008, Brides Across America has gifted 26,000 wedding gowns and hosted 24 weddings. Number 3. An Indian architect is sucking carbon emissions out of the air and turning it into stylish tiles. An Indian architect has developed a revolutionary new way to serve the housing needs of a population while also fighting air pollution. Tejas Sidnal is the mastermind behind Carbon Craft Design, a Mumbai-based startup that specializes in capturing carbon emissions from the air and turning it into stylish tiles. Using a device called the Air Ink, the company is able to draw CO2 out of the polluted city air, combine it with a mixture of marble chips and powder, and then press it into elegantly designed tiles. Since Sidnal says that India is in need of maintaining the world's third largest housing industry, his sustainable tile recipe can help meet the industry demand for building materials in an eco-friendly way. Number 2. 5-year-old double amputee Tony Hudgell raises £1 million. A little boy in Britain has raised over £1 million for the National Health Service Hospital to thank them for saving his life when he was a baby. For the fundraiser, 5-year-old Tony Hudgell propelled himself around the local park on his prosthetic legs using crutches. Originally meant to drum up a modest 500 pounds, thousands of generous strangers heard about his inspiring laps and donated money for London Evelina Hospital. Hobbling a total of 6 miles until the end of June, donations poured in, equaling about £100,000 for every kilometre. And every kilometre became easier for the boy whose artificial limbs were brand new. At first it took Tony about an hour just to walk 1/5 of a mile, but with hard work and determination, soon he was covering the same distance in only 12 minutes. Inspiration for his fundraiser came after Tony saw Captain Tom Moore, the 100-year-old World War II veteran who recently became famous for raising $40 million for British hospitals fighting COVID-19. Tony thought that if the elderly man could do 100 laps in his backyard with his walker, surely he could do a walk of his own with his crutches. As a newborn, Tony ended up in the hospital due to child abuse, but his new adoptive parents showered him with love. And while doctors couldn't save his legs, they saved his life. The staff at the Evelina Children's Hospital were not only grateful for the support, but amazed at Tony's medical progress. Number 1. Since leaving the KKK, this veteran now spends his time volunteering for anti-hate missions. Army veteran Christopher Buckley used to be a national security leader for the Ku Klux Klan, but now he is using his time to spread compassion and racial understanding. Buckley says that he first developed racist attitudes because of his rough childhood in Cleveland, Ohio. After joining the army and serving overseas in Afghanistan and Iraq for 13 years, he began hating Muslims as well. Upon returning home to Walker County, Georgia, he became an honored official in the Georgia White Knights chapter of the KKK. Thankfully, after he befriended a man named Arno Michaels in 2016, his passion for white nationalism came to an end. Arno Michaels was a former member of one of the largest racist skinhead organizations in America. He managed to unlearn his hateful tendencies and now volunteers for Parents for Peace, a non-profit dedicated to protecting youngsters from racist ideologies and helping white nationalists to let go of their dangerous stereotypes. Thanks to his friendship with Michaels, Buckley left the KKK and began exposing himself to Black, Muslim and refugee communities. Their compassion towards Buckley spurred him to become a volunteer with Parents for Peace, and now he spends his time helping youth and adults find the exact same transformation that he found in empathy and kindness. Do share this video to spread positivity around you. Like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming positive listicle videos.